Do we like desserts?
Yes, we do. If you've never had a Coca-Cola cake, you have got to try this recipe. We are starting with 2 cups of all-purpose flour. We got 1 teaspoon of baking soda. We're going to put that in there. And we've got a 1/2 teaspoon of salt and a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. We'll whisk that together. Let's get all that mixed up. Of course, the main ingredient of this cake is Coca-Cola. And we're going to pour that right into our saucepan here, which is on medium heat. And that was 1.5 cups of Coca-Cola. 1 cup of cubed butter. So we're going to let this butter melt, and then we're going to add in our cocoa. So this is about melted up here.
And we're adding a 1/4 cup of cocoa powder.
And then we're just going to keep whisking this up and bringing this to a boil. And as soon as it starts to boil, we're going to go over and pour this in our dry ingredients. Pour this right in our dry mix, and Sheila's going to continue to whisk this in until it's mixed. So in a medium mixing bowl, you want to take 2 eggs and a teaspoon of vanilla, and then a 1/2 cup of whole buttermilk. And if you could find whole buttermilk, do get that because it makes it taste great. And we're going to whisk this up. Looks good. All right, ready?
I'm ready.
Coming in. And then we're just going to pour this in and whisk it in. We're greasing up the baking pan with some butter. We've got our oven preheated to 350 degrees. We're going to put this in a 9x13 pan. All right, so we're going to pour this in our 9x13 pan. There it is. Get all that good stuff out of there. And we're going to put this in the oven for about 25 to 30 minutes until that toothpick comes out clean. Now we're going to make the glaze. So in a saucepan on medium heat, we're going to add a 12-ounce can of Coca-Cola. Slowly bring this to a boil until it reduces down to half the size. And then we're going to add in our cocoa and butter.
Now that this is reduced in half, we're going to add our butter in.
It's a 1/2 cup of butter we put in there. And then we're also going to add in our cocoa. And that is about a 1/4 cup of cocoa. And we're just going to stir this until it's nice and melted and creamy. And then we're going to take this off the heat. And then we're going to add in 4 cups of powdered sugar and whisk that in. You want it nice and creamy. It was in there for about 30 minutes in the oven, so it did take the full 30 minutes. We're going to pour that in right on top of this warm cake that just came out of the oven.
There's the handle.
All right, look at this.
Now that looks great.
It's going to glaze up on us here. We're going to let this sit and cool for about 1 to 2 hours so it sets up really nice. Wait until you try this. Look at that glaze.
Now this is worth waiting for.
Cracker Barrel ain't got nothing on us.
No, they don't.
Corn flake clusters. Easiest thing in the world. You need 1 cup of Karo syrup, 1 cup of sugar, and 1 cup of peanut butter. Just that simple. 6 cups of corn flakes. So you put your 1 cup of Karo syrup in there first. Start getting it hot. We got our burner up here on about medium high, and we're going to add a little bit of sugar at a time and stir it in here to dissolve it. Stir that until it's dissolved. 1 cup of peanut butter. We got our 6 cups of corn flakes, just waiting for the magic ingredient. And here it is right here. But let's kind of just pour it all over the place here. Kind of go from the outside in so most of it doesn't get on your bowl. And uniformity does not make any difference in this recipe. Just however you can get a teaspoon and glob them on there or whatever. And we're going to let this cool. There you have it. Aren't they wonderful? Corn flake clusters.
Little mini cherry handheld pies. So we've got some refrigerated pie crust. We've got these room temperature. Roll these out on our parchment paper. You're going to take whatever cutout you're using, and we're using little Christmas trees. We'll cut these out. We're just going to lay those on our parchment paper. Put a little egg wash. It's going to go all around the edges of the Christmas trees, and that's going to help crimp them together when we put the pies together. Take our cherry pie filling, put them right in the middle. Careful not to put too much. Take our other tree, starting at the bottom, gently press it down with a fork along the seams And if you start at the bottom, that'll keep it from falling out on you. Crimp them together. Take a knife and we're just going to slice across a couple little slits, lightly baste the top of it with an egg wash. Then we've got green coarse sugar.
We'll put this in the oven
For about 20 minutes. We
Yes.
got these out of the oven. They were in there about 22 minutes.
Yes.
Look at those cute little Christmas
They
trees.
are awesome.
Cream cheese filled pecan sticky buns in this little bundt pan. And this is the slickest thing. Come on over here, I'll show you what we're going to do. First thing we're going to do is take our bundt pan and spray it real good inside. And then we're going to put in 1 full stick of butter melted. We just melted it in the microwave, and it doesn't have to be cold or hot, it doesn't matter. Just pour that in there. 1 cup of pecans on top of that butter. Kind of try to get them even all the way around there. And we're going to put 1 cup of 100% pure maple syrup. Don't use Mrs. Butterworth or any of that stuff. We're going to put that in there. We need some biscuits to put inside of this bundt pan. Now you can make homemade biscuits and like those big old cat head biscuits like they got down in Alabama, or you can buy the Wampin kind. That's what Jerry Clower used to say. Man, how come them women don't know how to make them big old cat head biscuits? They all make them Wampin kind. And what he means by Wampin kind, you just womp them on the side of the counter, and that's what you're going to do to get your biscuits out. Now we're going to take a little bit of cinnamon and sugar. And here's the mixture for your cinnamon and sugar. I know that's something foolish, but I go 3 parts sugar to 1 part cinnamon because cinnamon is so strong in there. And I'm going to mash out this biscuit kind of flat. I got Philadelphia cream cheese, and I cut 1/4 of it. This is 8 ounces, so I just took 2 ounces off to the side. And I did a little carving on it, and I got 8 little pieces to go inside of these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of this cream cheese, coat it with plenty of cinnamon and sugar, then I'm going to put it inside of this biscuit, and I'm going to kind of mash it together. Then I also melted another stick of butter in this little cup right here. I'm just going to tumble this around, get it coated with butter. After you roll this in butter, you're supposed to roll it back in the cinnamon and sugar. I forgot that part of it. There we go. That's what it's supposed to look like. And load them up there. Does this look like dangerous? And now we're going to put these little babies in the oven at 350 for about 35 to 40 minutes. Then we're going to flip them over and show you what heaven looks like. And I'm going to give this a try. And if all this goes south, I'm going to edit this part out. But let's do this together and see what happens here. Oh, man. Man, oh, man, oh, man. Wait till you see this. Looky there. Sheila, what do you think of this? Did that turn out fantastic or what?
It's really pretty.
Oh, golly.
It's a family recipe, and we're going to make homemade cream puffs. And today we're cooking with my mama, Donna, and we're so happy to have her.
And my mom used to make these all the time. In fact, she mailed this recipe to me in 1997. So it's really special. Okay, so I have 1 cup of water in here, and I'm going to add 1 stick of butter. I heated it up so that the butter will start melting, and then I'm going to add a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. As soon as this comes to a boil, I'm going to remove it from the heat. I've gone ahead and preheated the oven to 400 degrees. So it's just come to a boil. I'm going to remove it from the heat. Now I'm going to add 1 cup of flour. You want to add that all at one time. Mix that until it's combined really well. It's going to start, that flour starts cooking too. So I'm going to let it cool just a little bit, and then we're going to start adding the eggs. We have 4 eggs that we're going to add, and you want to add them 1 at a time. But you do have to let this cool a little bit.
So it doesn't cook the egg, right?
Right. We're going to transfer this into the bowl. This will help this cool off a little bit before you add the eggs. It's cooled off. We're going to start adding our eggs. There's 4 eggs. We're going to add them 1 at a time and mix it in between.
Okay.
And hopefully no shells will go in.
Yeah. Don't want to be digging them out.
No shells.
All right.
Okay.
I'll be the shell grabber.
Okay. The shell picker-outer.
Exactly.
Now you want to mix this until it gets smooth and it'll be shiny. So we've added all the eggs in, and we've let this sit for about 10 to 15 minutes, and you can see what the consistency is going to be. So now we're going to start, and we've got a baking sheet, and we have a sheet of parchment paper on it, and we're going to start spooning. And we're just making little ones. You can make them bigger, but your cooking time would change.
But they're good like this because they're like little bite size, you know, when they rise. And I mean, so we're going to fill up this whole tray. And we still have that oven preheated to 400, right?
Yes, we do.
So while the puffs are baking,
we're going to make the fillings. We're going to do 2 different fillings, and half of them we're going to use the instant vanilla pudding. I'm going to add a little bit of Cool Whip in that. The other half is going to be just Cool Whip.
So we're just going to whip up some instant pudding. And we know how we like easy stuff, so
yes,
instant is good.
Yeah.
So we got cold whole milk.
Yep, we have 3 cups.
3 cups cold whole milk.
Okay.
I'll pour that one for you, Mom.
Okay, thanks. Okay. And this just takes a couple of minutes. The instant is great. Okay, so I'm going to stick this in the refrigerator for about 15 minutes, and then we're going to add a little bit of the Cool Whip to it. And I think our cream puffs will be out of the oven by then. So we'll be back. Okay, so we just got these out of the oven. Don't they look delicious?
Yes, and they smell so good.
Can't wait. Cooked them for 5 minutes. Turned the oven down to 350 degrees and cooked them for an additional 30 minutes. So now we're going to let these cool off completely before we fill them. Okay, so we've taken the cream puffs out of the oven. They're cooling, and I'm going to go ahead. I've taken this out of the refrigerator, our pudding, and I'm going to add just about maybe a cup of Cool Whip in it, and we'll fold that in. Our cream puffs are cool. I've gone ahead and sliced them in half, and we're ready to fill them. So let's get going.
All right.
Okay. So we're going to, like I said, we're going to do half of them with the vanilla pudding.
Now, we didn't slice them all the way through either. We just did almost all the way through.
Whoops.
Because that'll make it easier to put them and pick them up and eat them too. So.
Okay.
And then we're just going to place them on our platter.
There we go. And I've got a napkin here. I need it.
Yeah, it's going to get messy, but it's going to be good.
My mom loved Cool Whip. Loved it. And I do too. We're going to dust it with some powdered sugar. Yum.
We even got our little Christmas tree platter. Right. You could do it with a sifter, but it lets a lot out. So this is just a little bit.
I just want a little bit on there.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just lightly dust with some powdered sugar. Or you know what? If you like a lot, you can put more powdered sugar.
We're going to just have a little fun today. And you can do this at the house with the kids and they'll just have a blast. We're going to make cinnamon and sugar and Krispy Kreme donut holes, 2 different types, from biscuits. Really simple. First thing all you need is a little tube of biscuits. I got jumbo biscuits here, but you can just get regular too. It doesn't matter. What you want to do is you want to kind of smash one of these out. And it don't matter if you smash. You can actually use a rolling pin too if you want and kind of get them down to about a 1/4 inch or so. Now, I've got a donut maker right here. But if you turn this, you can actually take the little center piece out and use it to cut these with. Okay? And then you have your little donut holes ready to go. If you don't have one of these, don't worry. I know you got some seasoning in the cupboard. Make a little bit bigger one. Just take the lid off of one of these and use that to cut. Then you can always use them little guys. But because I have this little guy right here, I'm going to go ahead and use it. Okay, I got some small little donut holes, which I guess these are kind of the legal size because they are part of the inside of a regular donut cutter. And what is not a donut is a donut hole. And I actually made a couple of donuts too, just for fun. We got our little bit bigger donut holes that we made from the top of a seasoning thing, because that's all I had till I ordered the other thing in there. We're going to put these in this oil, and I'm going to show you how I cook them. Now, you can use a little wooden stick and poke them and turn them and do all that kind of stuff, but I use a metal spoon with slots in it, which is just ideal for this. And we're just about right there right now. So let me turn this down to medium-high, and you just start dropping these babies in here. You don't want to get too many in there. Don't take me long to look at a horseshoe. Get them put in there. Let me put one of these bigger ones in there, or two. And the neatest thing about these is when they get nice and golden brown on one side, you just really touch them and they kind of turn themselves over. And this is the quickest and easiest way without taking the time to make all kinds of dough and you know, donuts. These are just right out of the biscuit thing. And trust me, you only want to open one little biscuit container because look how many one biscuit container made. Now see, these guys are starting to get brown. They only take a couple of minutes. Give them a little touch and they just turn right over. There we go. There's that one, that one. And you got to kind of remember how you put them in there, but you can see the edges. As soon as we start to put these on this paper towel and cool them off a little bit, we're going to show you how to make our little dipping sauces. Now, I know he's done now. This guy too. Just dump them over there. Don't take very long. But you do want to cook them enough so they're not doughy in the middle. And that's why the littler ones probably get done quicker. While these are cooking away, let me show you how to make Krispy Kreme donuts. You take 1 cup of white powdered sugar and 1 tablespoon of half and half and stir it up, and it just turns into a real nice thick little syrup. We're also going to do cinnamon sugar, so we're going to do exactly the same recipe. 1 cup of white sugar, granulated this time, and 1 tablespoon of cinnamon. You'd think you'd go 50-50 for sugar and cinnamon, but you don't need to. That cinnamon finds its way all the way around everything once you stir it a bunch. And I'm going to chuck a few of these in the cinnamon and sugar, kind of tumble them around. Here's where the kids can get involved with their fingies, if you can trust them not to eat every one of them before they make it over to your little decorative cups, where you're going to take some to the neighbor. We'll throw a donut in there as well. Take these donut holes, tumble them in there. Then we're going to trade off here, and we're going to get our little mixture done. We're going to tumble these around in there and get them all coated. Then just pull them up the sides, let them drain just a little bit. Plunk them in your little cup here, and as they cool, that liquid will turn more firm and more dry, and then you have Krispy Kreme donut holes.
Today we're going to make a no-bake peanut butter pie.
Starting off with a pre-made 9-inch pie crust.
And this is the graham cracker crust. And now if you want to make your own graham cracker crust, you can get some graham cracker and some butter and do it yourself, but this makes it so easy. Then we've got some Reese's chocolate peanut butter shell topping. And what we're going to do is we're going to pour that right into the bottom of our shell here. And this is going to harden up. You can take that spoon and just spread it around for me.
Okay, we put the pie shell in the fridge so it will harden up at the bottom.
So in here we have a block of cream cheese.
Right.
And we're going to add some powdered sugar to the cream cheese.
Okay, this
And
cup.
yeah, and you got to make sure that cream cheese is softened. The little mixer on low.
You trust me with this?
Not really.
Okay.
Maybe I should do it.
No, I got it.
In the bowl. it's like Lucy and Ethel around here. Ah! Put it in the bowl there for a second. Turn it off.
Oh, okay.
You're funny. It's like Mom's over there laughing at us. Nobody said we were bakers. Wait, we're not even baking. That's the bad part.
This is a no bake.
This is a no bake, but this is also a no brainer today. We're just like, we're with it. I'm going to mix this together, combine it. This is the fun stuff, though. Hey, when you're in the kitchen,
Especially at Christmas time.
You know you're making a mess. We're not the only ones.
Or any other holiday.
Hey, we didn't say we were professional chefs. We're just sharing some fun recipes. And turning Sheila loose with a mixer is not a good thing.
You speak
just
for
saying.
yourself. I'm a chef. I didn't say what kind of chef, but I'm a chef.
So once we get this combined,
Yes.
peanut butter.
Peanut butter.
Here, now, if you promise not to fling this on me, I'll let you take it out.
This ain't
and
gonna fling nowhere.
and put it in a bowl. This is a cup of peanut butter.
You ready?
Yeah, just over the bowl. though.
Over the
Oh yeah,
bowl?
not on me.
Okay.
You're scaring me today, Sheila.
Oh
All right.
gosh. What about that?
Yeah, get all that out of there and Every bit of it.
Every bit of it?
Yeah. In addition to that, we have a 1/4 cup of milk. Okay. And then I'm going to mix this together. Do I trust you with that? She's like, that's like a deadly weapon. She need a permit to carry. Seriously. We're having too much fun in the kitchen this December, we are.
Yeah, we are.
Okay, I'm going to mix it gently before you get a hold of it with that thing, because just to get it kind of combined here. We're just going to spoon that in there, that entire tub. Just gently fold it in there until it's completely combined. And then, once you get that thoroughly mixed, we're going to bring our pie crust over here, fill it up. Oh, it smells so good, guys. You smell all that peanut butter. Oh. So once you get that smoothed out, then we can start adding our toppings. What we're going to do is we're going to add some chocolate chips. And guys, you can put as many or as little as you want on your pie. And then we've got some just salted peanuts. We're going to put some of that on. We don't need a lot, just a few. All right, so we've got our Reese's peanut butter cups, and we're just going to cut those in half and place them around the thing. Give me those. I'll swap with you.
Yeah, I can get those and I'll cut them.
And you can just put those on anywhere you want. So we are going to take this and put this in the refrigerator and let it sit for about 4 hours, and we'll be back to try it out.
Would you look at this?
Oh my gosh.
Look at that.
That is like chocolate peanut butter heaven.
Hey everybody, Hunter Fisher, Trapper, Trader, Guide, Scout, and Interpreter, and just a country cook, Steve Hall, here in Nashville, Tennessee, along with pretty Miss Sheila running that camera. Hi, Sheila.
Hi.
And boy, I'll tell you, the apple don't fall far from the tree, because look how pretty this lady is. This is Sheila's mom. Say hi to Ma.
Hi, Mom.
Now,
Sheila.
now these girls are from Alabama, so today we're going to make Bama peanut brittle.
There's a half cup of water,
Okay?
1 cup of sugar,
1 cup of white sugar,
and
1/4 cup
1/4 cup of Karo syrup.
of Karo syrup, white Karo syrup. And she'll put that in there. And what we're going to do is we're going to put this on high, and she's going to stir it almost constantly. You want to kind of stay close to this. We practiced this a little bit earlier, didn't we?
Yes.
And it came out perfect. So once we're tuning it, let's turn this thing on high right now. There it is. Now as this starts to heat up, you want to stir it, and it'll be cloudy to begin with, and then it'll turn clear when it comes to a boil. Then start timing it. 3 minutes it's going to boil, and we're going to put the peanuts in it. Now, while she's stirring and kind of getting this thing started, I will tell you this. You need to use raw peanuts. All right, our mixture of water, sugar, and Karo syrup just came to a boil about 15 seconds ago. We're going to boil this for 3 minutes, and then we're going to add the peanuts 3 minutes from now. And then how long do you cook them, Marge?
Until it gets golden brown.
Okay, until the peanuts turn golden brown.
Right.
Now you can get them too light or get them too dark, so you want to look for that perfect color, right?
Exactly.
All right, we'll see you guys in 3 minutes, and then we're going to add the peanuts. See you in a bit. All right, you keep stirring, Marge. I'm going to spray this cookie sheet right here with some spray. You can also just rub it down with butter and put it aside. And I'm going to hand this to Sheila and get it off camera for just a second. Time to add our cup of peanuts. Now we're going to stir them until they're golden brown. Now here's where the magic happens. While she's stirring that, I've got 1 teaspoon of margarine, not butter, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Not baking powder, but baking soda. And this is what does the magic. We'll put that in last. Now when this gets right to golden brown, we're going to take this off the heat. Right here.
It's getting about there.
She says that's it. So here comes the margarine. I'm going to go ahead and get this off my spoon. And here goes the vanilla. And here comes the baking soda. Let me go ahead and turn this heat off here. I'm just going to unplug the thing. Lay it over there. Here's your other mitt. And that's how crazy that is. Pour that right in the middle of there. Can you see that, Sheila?
Yeah.
Hey, can you
Oh,
get
yeah,
that
I
in there?
certainly can. Hold on. Bama peanut brittle. And we're going to let this go ahead and cool and do its thing. Now, you told me not to tilt it.
I didn't say not till it.
Oh,
Don't stir it.
okay. Oh, don't stir it. That's it. All right, I guess you can tilt it a little bit, make it
Run
make it run over so it's flatter.
Yeah.
Well, it's all cooled off. Let me give it a little finger test. Yeah. And now what are we going to do here,
We're
Marge?
gonna break it up.
Okay,
and
let's
put it in
see.
a bowl.
All right. Well, look at there. And you just snap it into bite-sized pieces. Look at this. Don't this turn out nice? Well, what do you think about the color? Didn't it come out good?
It came out great. didn't it?
Fantastic. Look at our little dish. Ready? And is this the most delicious peanut brittle you ever ate in your entire life? If it ain't, it ought to be. We'll see you next time right here on Cooking with Shotgun Red. I love you. Say goodnight, Sheila.
Good night, Sheila.
All right, now we can eat all this stuff.
Oh.